How's it, Sean from Fitz? Welcome to Distant Worlds 2. Now, I've had this game on my wish list for about 3 years or 4 years or whenever it came out, and I've never been able to get it because it always was a 40% discount. You know, whenever there was a sale, it was 40%, and it's not enough. And I've been waiting and waiting, and the other day, it went on a 65% discount. I said, hey, where's my car? Got it. And I got all the expansions for it. Now, the reason I've got this is because it's a simulation. It's a space opera. Don't confuse this to Stellaris or Galactic Civilizations. Those are board game type games. I love those. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to have Stellaris, but it's just so expensive. It's like, even on a 90% discount, that thing was like over 2,000 Rand. It's too much money. Can't afford it. I mean, I don't know if I ever will be able to afford it. It's got so many DLCs, and I like to buy everything with all the DLCs. So I probably will never buy it. But it's a great game too. I also love to play it. But it's not this. This is a simulation. This is not a game. It's a space opera. It's a completely. You have to throw all your conventions out the window. Your micro, macro, min, max, because you can't use it. You can't be like that in this game. And in fact, I'm going to show you. I'm going to start a playlist, a tutorial slash playlist. I've got about 48 hours in it, so enough to get going and show you how it all works. I'm also learning it, so I'm not an expert or anything, but I'm going to show you as we go along and show you how the game works. Now, you've got to understand something. We'll start a new game. You've got to understand something, that this is not. You've got to throw all your conventions out. In this game, you have a private economy and you have a government economy. Now, the private economy runs completely autonomous from you, this private economy sends out spaceships, freighters to collect all your resources. Runs a complete. And your government economy is the outer shell that protects, that builds the ships and the stuff to protect that economy. You have nothing to do with the private. That runs on its own. In fact, you can run this whole game on its own if you want. The AI in this game knows how to play this game, and it plays it well. What's so amazing is you can, just to give you an idea, you can play this game how you want. You can play it as you can take a single spaceship, right? And you can just control that. Put that on manual, and you just fly that single spaceship, that single little warship. And the whole economy, the whole game will play itself. The whole opera will play itself. Spies will be sent, ships, wars will be started, diplomacy. The computer will control everything. And you can just play that little cog. Or you can just take, like I do. I like to play take the research. I just want to deal with the research. And then I'll do all the research for the empire, and I'll have and then I'll have it on where it gives me messages for everything it wants to do. So I'll keep a tap on it. It says I want to build some ships. I say yes. I build these ships there. I say no. So I can just control it on a macro level, and then I let the empire run itself. Or I can get down and dirty and just control the fleets. That's the beauty of this game. It's a complete simulation. And the AI, let me tell you, you can leave the AI. The AI knows what to do. I promise you. Anyway, I'm carrying on here. I'm just giving you an idea of this game so that you can we'll play it now, and I'll show you how the game actually works. Alright, so we start off with, this is all default, a Spiral Galaxy. You can pick any of these. 700 stars are normal, and we play on that size galaxy. I'd like to start in the beginning, pre-warp. Right, I like to start as pre-warp because I like to build it. You can start any size, any stature in the galaxy, but I like pre-warp because this thing will grow. I like to grow something from the beginning to a big place, like a big empire. I like to grow, so I start everything at pre-warp before they can fly, before they can go into the universe and fly their ships. Everything else is on normal. This is default. What's great is also the research tree. There's blind research. You can play with blind, where you don't see what the next step is. You only see what the first step is. And then I leave it on random because it's semi-randomized. So you don't always get the same text at the same times anymore, every time. Love that. Everything on normal, self-explanatory. Normal. I like to play on normal because that's how the game was meant to be played. Basically, how the developers, usually what happens with developers, they develop everything, they balance everything around a normal game. So if you playing as hard, it's not really balanced on that. They balance everything on normal, and I like it balanced. Okay, so you got all your creatures. Okay, you've got the Gizerax, the Dyads, these are like the Gizerax, insectoids, everything. You've got a whole lot. I've got all the expansions. So I play as the humans, and each faction, there's a whole long splurb. Each faction has its own personality, its own suitability, its own bonuses, its own special features. Each faction is unique in how you've got texts that are allowed, texts that are human, specifically to the humans. Easiest, most familiar race to play. And you've got a refugee fleet and a standard fleet. The standard fleet the refugee fleet is like Nomad. You remember those games? You know those games like Age of Empires where they got Nomad, where you start without a city and you got this one single guy and a settler, and you can go and that's refugee. You can go and colonize, or choose which planets you want to colonize. In Standard Empire, it just starts with one planet where it is in the unit. I like this. I like the Nomad, but for now we're going to try the standard. We're going to use the standard. The government types. You just change that. I don't like that. The government types. Okay, that's allowed by the race. Each race has different government types that it is allowed to play. It is for its race. Now the humans start. I can pick any of these. Republic or whatever, but the democracy, and it also has its special bonuses, like when the leaders every year every few years get changed and all that. The colonies vote for that. Is it on the democracy? Yeah, okay. I like to start with a planet on a moon, and I also want to start. That's a deep core. I don't want to start on the far east. Tends to put you out too far. We'll start with an outer core. Just on the outer side of the course, best place in the middle of where all the other planets and stuff are. And then we're starting normal, and with a moon. So I like to start. That gives it where you want to put it. There's 12 civilizations, not 12 colonies or independent colonies or pirates. It's 12 proper civilizations like you saw there. We'll be starting in this. And these are just the winning conditions. And also story events, all switched on. I like all the story events switched on, the race specific for everything. I like that all switched on. And let's start our game. Alright, so we're going to get started. Oh, some nice tea. It takes a bit of while to generate the planets. There we go. So now, our faction is the Empire of Man. Our government is a democracy. We are humans, blah, blah, blah. This is our guy. He's skilled in colony maintenance and diplomacy and all the stuff he's skilled in. Let's get started. All right. Now, this is the planet we're on at the moment. Let me just have a look. Let's have a look. And there's our solar system. Is that yeah, that's a gas giant. There's our solar system, which we need to explore. And there's the universe. All right, that we've generated now. And these are nebulas. Now, each nebula, I have it switched on. You'll see here I have the nebulas on here. And the reason I've got each nebula there's different types of nebula. You've got the iron storms, you've got the graphic storms, and you'll tell by the color. Not at the moment because we haven't scanned the place, so they're all like see-through. But you've got the different colors. Now, that's like not a cap, like a barrier. It keeps you from. You can't fly through the nebulas. You can fly through them, but it's going to be twice as slow. Your ships get damaged until you get better technology. It stops you from starting a planet down here. You start moving easily. It's just all the civilizations have it. It's a great sort of limiting factor, these nebulas. They keep you kind of boxing you, and you've got to find your ways through them. But anyway, there's our planet there, and we're going to have a look at it. We started. There's the moon. Okay, I'd like to start with our moon, and here we are. Here's the opening thing. It usually starts with this, but I don't have it on basic. Yeah, early warp. Okay, just to exit it. Start with that. I must just get this thing onto custom, because I've got that. Okay, so here's the game. Now you have in this game, you start off with this you start off with this one planet, and you've got all your guys. Now in this simulation, don't fret about. I used to worry about, like, where's all my ships, where's everything. Don't worry. Okay. Here are the automations. This is your economy, right? Where I'm showing you now. This is the state economy and the private economy. As I said, the state economy makes sure that the private economy is healthy and growing, and it protects them. It's the umbrella. And then the private economy is autonomous. You can't touch the private economy. They will build freighters, mines, everything on their own. You don't touch them. And in the government, you don't have to touch either, but you have control over the government. Now the government, through what they call is funding levels and taxation, whatever, you influence the private economy. You grow the private economy through that, through funding levels and funding economy development, and then the private economy pays you a tax on that. It's like a real world, like we live in the real world. You have a maintenance, you've got a government pollution, you've got, what's that? That's government pollution. Okay, so this is the government democracy and whatever it is, the bonuses that we get, the policy settings. Now here's where you set everything. This is how you automate the game. So I like to just take care of the research, all right? And I'll have all my ships flying around, and I'll have the ships popping up and asking me before they do anything. And then I will say, you want to build a freighter over there because we need to send ships out? I'll say no, or I'll say yes. So I'm a high level. Hey, I mean, games should take a note of this type of game, because you can play this at any level. I can take a small ship, and then the government will, as I said earlier. Now here's where you automate everything. Usually it's on default, but I've got it on custom because I've taken charge of the research. Everything else is on automation, and you don't have to fear it. People fear it. I want to. No, the AI. No. I played this out for 48 hours. I've seen the videos and watched the videos. You don't. You can trust the AI in this game. The AI knows how to play this game, and better than you. All right. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it doesn't always make it makes more sometimes decisions that you don't want to have because you've got preferences, but the AI plays the game. And there's people like Daz Tactics. He sometimes he plays the game, like you see some of his videos. He leaves the AI everything on auto for 20 years. And then after 20 years, you stop the game, and he comes and takes over. And the game's built, man. There's planets, there's fleets, there's everything he needs. It's fighting wars, whatever. This AI will run this whole thing. Send the ambassadors and make smart choices. Not dumb choices, fairly smart. It's what I've picked up. Okay, so I love that. Because then I don't need to know this game. I can learn this game in pieces. I can start with the research, which is fairly easy, you get used to it. And then as I go, I take over more aspects of it. Or I feel I need to, or I can just run it with the research and just decide how my empire is going to form. I can take over and say, I can add stuff in to the AI's decisions on top of what he does. See the flexibility here. See the flexibility. It's unbelievable, this simulation. Anyway, we're going to, you've got all your diplomacy, which will run by itself. It's got all the guys in there. You've got your admirals, the person in charge, your leader, which is, I think it's every 4 or 5 years or whatever, he gets changed. It's democracy, and he comes with these skills and stuff and stats. Policy, there's our colonies. One colony. I like to set this to this also. I like to set this to suitability of +20, and yeah, so I can see any planets that my scouts find that are 20 and above suitability, because it's expensive. It's a drain on your economy colonies, and it takes forever to build. So most of the time it's on zero tax. You want to build a colony, so you're going to have to support them. Now, suit 20 or plus, they say, and I've experienced it, is the best suitability. Anything below that is too much. It's too much to build up. And then it tells you all this and your colony ships and whatever. So everything can be run from these menus. Then your exploration ships. What ships are exploring out there, and you've got all your known stars. I like to keep this on all our known planets. There. So we've got all our known planets, and then and if you look, you see it's pointing to all my planets. Okay. This is the resources that are available. There's thousands of resources, and each resource is typical, and there's all your mining colonies. So everything you need is in this. There's your construction, and you're going to see construction as we build it, and what this is being constructed at the moment. Then the research, fleets, ships. There's the fleets. Fleets completely autonomous. But when we get there, when we get ships, I'll show you. And there's the civilian economy and how many freighters and whatever he's got. But you're not going to understand this now. First thing we're going to do before we do anything is just get to our planet. Where's the moon? Get to our planet there. Okay. Just light it up, and we're going to start the game. Just to get now the introduction to our leader. Blah blah blah. I'm not going to read all this. And he also gives us this bonus: it's 80% economy development, 4% weapons research, and 4% new, which means we'll be able to build I'm glad we'll be able to build a research facility there. And then unknown detect. He tells us we found some stuff on the planet. We let it run just to get our text. Okay, there. Then we got our first starship constructed. This is an exploration ship. I'm gonna go to this one, and I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna control right click, and I'm asking him to survey this planet, this moon, because this moon has resources on it. So he will go and survey it, get better information, and find out whether so I can put a mining thing. It's the first thing I'm going to do. Let's just minimize him. We'll go to him later. Okay, sorry, man. And then this is our research is unique to humans. Space construction and expanded space stations. This is what we get is unique to us being humans. And we'll see we've researched the expanded space station research completed, and we've also done construction. This enables us, and we'll go here. This enables, I'm going to right click. We got 24. I'm going to right click. Sorry. And I'm going to build a version 2, not a version 1, or not this version. I'm going to build a version 2 spaceport. There it is. Okay. Now you need spaceports on your planet. It's very important to build a spaceport. I'd say on every planet where you colonize, but that is your hub. It builds all your ships. I'll tell you now. This. It's like Earth. Earth can also build ships. The planet, our planet's not Earth. Looks like Earth. Can build things, and our spaceport is our main construction place. It builds all our ships, all our facilities. It acts as a trade hub to receive all our resources. I always build the first as a space hub. Then what else do I do? So that's the first thing. Research. Now, your research. If you look at this gives us the ability to fly in the solar system, to fly fast, because you'll see that little spaceship that I want to do the survey on our moon planet there. It'll take hey, like 10 minutes to fly to that planet. It'll take like 10 hours to fly to this planet. That enables us warp drive. That enables us to almost instantly fly to that planet because we don't have that technology. But only the solar system. Not outside. Not outside yet. Only the solar system. So that's why that's very important. And you'll see that it'll take us as 50% research speed for because we are humans. It'll also take us 3.5 years to do that. It's a long time. Long time. You wait forever with that. 50% complete. Now we can initiate a crash program for 3,000 Rand, which I'm going to do. And this crash program will halve the time. We can only do it for once, only once for a particular research, only once. And there you'll see underneath the size of it, what the resources it needs, and what it does. So I'm going to click on it again. I'm going to pay the cost for half. Now you'll see it'll only be 1.63 years. Okay, 1.3. So I've halved it. We need that. Very important. The search tree is basically, let me just see, we only see up to the front, we don't see what's after that, and it's semi-randomized. Some of the stuff is not here. Let me just get back into that. That is not here. We've got improved escorts. One game I had, well, these are going to be lightened up first. There might be more. Some games you'll have, the destroyers are there. Sometimes the frigates aren't there. Where they, like the last game I played, this is a frigate, wasn't in the tree. It was only advanced escorts. I thought, hey, I need the frigates. I'm so used to the frigates. No, they weren't in there. They weren't here. I couldn't find them. I had to look again. I thought, hey, the frigates were somewhere else in the research tree. In this particular, but somewhere else. Yes, sir. So you get a semi-randomized research tree. So anyway, first things I like to do, it's because we are given research. Let me just put that there. I like to study. I'm going to pay the cost for that. That's the research lab. We're given an advantage. You see, an advantage to study research. This will help us. I like to put stuff in here that helps my like, I'll get that, right? Deflectors. I'll get armor plating. I'll get basic targeting. I'll get basic countermeasures. I'll get basic transports. I'll get basic space commerce, and I'll get basic medical systems. I'll put this down. So it follows the whole link, the whole thing. That's discovered first, then that. I can concurrently, I'll explain that now. I just want to make sure I've got everything on the first level. The reason I do all this first before I improve my cruisers is that when you get out to the outside world, the outside your planet, your just check. Sorry, man. I know. Just making sure everything is in here. When you get outside your solar system, when you're able to track, then there's all kinds of troubles, man. There's independent colonies. There's pirates. There's hundreds of pirates that want to come and get protection from you. So at the moment, you're fairly safe while you're inside here. So I like to prepare before where I start is I go first the improve escorts and improve frigates. I get those two first. And then I'll go out and get this drive. Wait a minute. You'll see. There's an early warning. We can't see it now, but there's a stable one drive here that enables us now to catapult into the universe, leave our solar system. And you also need ship engines. You need to be careful of that, because you need to make sure that's also because your ship engines enable you to travel at certain speeds. Like I might be able to reach that planet with my ship engine technology at the moment, but maybe not. It depends. I might be able, but I won't be able to reach that. You see, you can't ignore your ship engines as well. But we'll leave that for later. At the moment, we just need, we're warp driving, so we're going to just get this technology first, get this thing going. I've now made him there. Is there anything else I need to do? Now I'll let this go. Oh, sorry. I did put the... Yes, I put that in. I can also... because I got research on this planet, I can also do a research station at Buffalo for 6,000, and I will do it. So there he is there. Because he left me with no money. There's the research. Research is freaking important, eh? This is going to build a research thing. And I also want to build one on that on the moon, this moon over here. On our Bob, our first colony, you see all the resources we find, and we're going to send one of that ship he's gonna come back and scan this planet. We haven't discovered everything. We can find out what our planet is and the corruption and whatever, and diseases, and you get all that type of stuff. Our resources, what we're short of at the moment, we start with these, but then we got to go and build our other resources. We need to find them. Our bonuses for this planet, adding to this planet, the building. This is what it's building now. Yeah, we can build if we want to. We don't have the money. These are location bonuses, and this is our empire bonuses. This is what this planet is giving us now. There's our troops. We'll build troops. There's the facilities. See, it gave us a 4% research on the planet. If we didn't have the research, we couldn't build that research place. We need research. And then these are all the things about the corruption. Also, there's our happiness. This is where we check our happiness. There's our composition that's on the planet. The planets can be of mixed races. We can migrate. Races can migrate to our planet. We can bring people over there, especially when you colonize planets that are of another civilization. You amalgamate, and all the people that are living there, showing you who those people are. Like that's the population for it. And you got to remember also that the ships, you'll see now, this guy will carry on. I'm just giving it yes, no. I might put 1 or 2 on manual, so we'll let it go. I'm keeping it at 2 speed. Sometimes I have it at 4 just to get a speed up, but we'll keep it at 2 speed. And this is busy studying now. Yeah, and then we just wait. He's now heading. Where's this guy? Where is he now? Is it this guy? Oh no, he's busy constructing. There's our guy. See how slow he's moving? That's because we haven't got any warp drive. Now you'll see, he's now going to survey this guy. This is what he's made up of. This is like the place. You can design your own ships. You can design your own ships and whatever you want. You can go for it. I don't touch the stuff. I'll dig into it just now. I'm not, but you can see what the ship's made of, the different components. Look at this. Look at this. The energy curves. This thing is off the charts. The weapon distribution, what they fire, what the range. Look at this. Look at it on the side. The charts and the sensors. This is involved. I don't touch this. The AI does this well. He does this well. I give him the weapons, and he takes care of it. That's the beauty of this game. All right. I don't need to. If I want to, I can, but I don't make the weapons as good as they are. He makes better weapons. All right. So now he's asking me to build a ship, a small space dog, small construction ship. So I'm going to say build it. He's asked for that. He asked me everything. He doesn't just do stuff, but I keep an eye on him this way. You understand? I see. Now you'll come back. Let's put it on 4 just so we can speed up this early development so you can get an idea. See, I'm busy studying. I've got that now, 1.34 years there, and then those will be. I can split the research, but I don't have enough energy research stations. But when I get enough, I can concurrently I can study the early weapons you see up top there, and the research at the same time to have them too. But the problem is there's no real benefit from it. It just splits the research. It doesn't make it better, which means each research will be now double the time. I hope I'm explaining it. It enables you to research 2 at a time, but it doesn't increase the speed. It splits the speed. So if your one research is taking 2 minutes to do, and you split the research, each of them will be 2 minutes as well. It doesn't make the research faster by concurrent. It just gives you, it just. In fact, I must save this game. Let me save it. So I've got it. I just want to make sure it's saved. Yeah, there it is, Kings. Okay, cancel. All right. So yeah, it just splits the research. It doesn't make it faster. So yeah, it just enables you to do more research at a time. All right. So you see and I can hover over there. Like, look, that's still to be researched, and I'm still researching. This is very important, the space station, because you need it's the hub, it's the trade hub. It carries all the resources. It builds twice as fast as the planet. At the moment, we are building with a planet. See, there's a new construction ship. You'll just have constructed, dismiss it. Just tells me it's constructed. I can take those away, but I like to keep an eye. See, I'm building the space, and each one has the speed of this one to build ships, and it's faster than the planet. You understand? So you need the space stations. I usually build one on every planet that I colonize. And also, is this thing set? Hang on. Yeah, I've set it for suitability. Very important. Now, the game opens up when this hits to the early warp, the skip drive, because now you can see you can travel all over. You can travel all over this at hyperspeed, hyperlink speed. Your system, not the outside, as I said earlier. So we want to try and get that up as fast as we can. There we go. So now this guy here, he's discovered these. You see, there's thousands of resources in this planet. This is good for beam weapons and torpedo weapons. You see that each steel and each one that they find is different. Each ship, each thing you build requires a whole lot of resources. There's lots of them, and you're going to have certain quantities of each resource, and that's why it's a logistics game. Hang on, there we go. So now you see all those resources there. Now he's finished now. He can't. His capability is ticked there at 10, but planets have got much higher capability. He just doesn't have the systems, the technology to further develop that or further see what's on the planet. He can only see so far, but he'll come back when we get better. So what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to tell him, I'm just managing this now. I'm going to tell him to do the survey of that planet. Now he'll go back. This guy, there is a constructor ship. I don't think we've got a constructor. Has one been made? Yes. Okay. Now what I want him to do is he's going to now build a large, it's not a small one, I want a large mining base at this planet. Right, now off he goes. Now what he's going to do, this is how the resources work. The resources aren't abstract in this game. There's no like, oh, they appear here or you order. Resources have places on different planets. They're on their planet. So he's got to go and get. I put him on manual. He's going to build it. He's got to go to our planet, to this star system, collect all the resources needed to build a mining station, and then fly over there and build it, like in real life. So off he goes. He's going to go and do that. We've given him that command. And we just got to keep an eye, yeah? Okay, so it's unknown, because now we're surveying this. He is flying over to survey. And they've got to make sure, you've got to watch out here, because if you put anything on... So that's what's been found, colony and one population growth. Okay, that's fine. We want to put a research station on there because usually he has a research bonus on this. But we'll find out when we... Oh, no, he might not have a research bonus on there. Let's just see. No, okay. We'll see now. He usually has a research bonus. I don't know. He does... Yeah, you see, it doesn't... We can put a mining on there, but no research bonus. So... And he's been studied. Usually it has a research bonus on there, but that's fine. We've got a research station we can put here. Only planets with research bonuses have that, but can you put research stations? So you find planets along your solar system and outside that have got research bonuses, and you can build a research station there. Do we have a... No, we haven't got a scientist yet. But when we get a scientist, I'll show you how that works. And there's our money. We've got to keep an eye on that. Right, that cash flow. And we've crashed. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry. Now we've built this space station. We can dismiss it. I want to just see if that... Oh no, it's got everything. So the search... Now you'll see... There's our research station, and we're building one for over there as well, which we're going to put. I'll dismiss that. Okay, okay, there we go. Okay, now it wants to build a small exploration ship. We'll say yes, we build that. These freighters, they build by themselves. This is the private economy. It just operates by itself. You don't control that thing. That thing is on its own. It's just telling me what he's building. Just waiting for this early, because then the game opens up. Oh, sorry, pause. Just wanted to show you the skip drive. We can't see ahead there, but there'll be something. Now, there we go. There's our first, keep it there. There's our skip drive, enable us to exploit this, to flow around. I won't read everything. And there's the early... I want to show you, yeah. This thing. See, it's opened up this. The skip drive, that's what we just studied. Now the stable warp fields. The stable warp fields, which I won't study yet at the moment. This just gives us to fly around to our solar system quickly. The stable warp fields enables us to go send... explorers out to all these other planets. Now we also need to make sure we get our engines right, and our fuel capacity right, because even though we are now able to fly there, if our engines can't fly far enough, we'll be able to get there maybe, but not there. So you must keep this... Oh, where's it now? Where? Starship engines and the Starship engines we need to make, and the reactors, because they enable us to fly so far, right? If we don't have that enables us to fly so far, and if we don't have the right engine, we can't fly to there. Even though we got the wiper to get us there, we don't have the engines. So you got to make sure you build this too. All right. Oh, jeez, what's the time? I'm just going to keep an eye on the time. 38, so we got some time. Okay, we're going. If I see this down there, there's my spaceport, so highlights there. So if I get lost in this big universe, I just double click it and it takes me to my Earth. Or I double click on that thing, and then on this planet, it shows me what I have. If I want to check the search center, I don't need to go looking. Oh, where's the search center? Is it this? No. It's everything that's built on this planet. I can search. I can go and just it tells me what, and then it's got the stuff that it's building on there. You with me? And there's this planet we know about, right? Okay, so this little button here is a big saver, and I explained this part here as I go along and I play the game. I'll try and explain these fields. I don't know if I explained this, but let me just run through it again. This is nebulas. This enables up. It's like a stopgap thing. It's like a barrier. You'll see here it says orange for galactic storms. They have different storms in them. They're nebulas. But you can't see the colors now because we haven't discovered the universe. We haven't gone in there. But it's very difficult to fly through them. They slow down they destroy some of your equipment, so it's dangerous to go through them. So they are a limiting factor. Until we get better technology, we try and we have to move around them. We have to make sure we don't go through them. So that's nebulous. I always keep them on because of that, so that they're there, so that we can see where we are and what we're doing. Is this still under construction? Okay. Now he's going out there to build the mine base. You see him there. He's going to construct a large mine station. I'm going to pause there. He's got another construction ship. I wonder if I should have gone. Let me just look here. I'm just going to see where's the construction ship. Okay, so that's going to build a mine. Can this? I'm just thinking. He can build a research station. Okay, I'm going to give him that. Correct. Yeah, he'll build a research station there as well. Okay, he's obviously able to. He doesn't tell us what the percentage of. He's not telling us what. But I've got two. Now, I've got to remember. I've got to be careful here. These two are on manual. All right. Where's the other? I've got to be. You see, you have to watch out here because these two. Yeah. You see, he's now, and I've got. You see, there we are. You got to watch. The only thing you have to watch out is the stuff you put on manual, because if you leave them and you forget about them, they just sit there. They don't do anything. I've got to make sure that if I send them to. See, I've got everything I can on that. There's nothing else, and I've discovered everything. I've got to make sure. Okay. Yes. Yes. You see, you've got to make sure you remember the stuff you put on manual to do stuff. Okay. Okay. So he wants to build an escort. That's our first, and it'll cost us 5,000. Okay. So let him go. You got to remember, I've got two construction ships. One building a, and this one is building. He's going to build a. So I got a general. Also comes with these traits. Generals are for the armies on the base, like your troops. Admirals are for the new expedition ship. We built that. Okay, you got to remember these two. Okay, there's the mining station, and he's coming to build the. Am I still? He's still under construction, and he's idle. I want to just see. No, he's pretty much covered up. The AI will take care of it. I'll play this game and I'm like covering it. I'm making sure. And before you know, the AI's done. So the AI will, if something needs to be upgraded, the AI gets down to it. He'll upgrade it. You don't need to go in there. My micro tendencies are always to get in there, but you don't need it. Okay, so he's building that. We wait till that's finished. He's still got that under. We don't have any scientists, right? We got a general and we got our. Okay, now just remember your general. Okay, he's also got all these traits. He come in I think it's every 2 years. I don't know if I mentioned this, but every 6 years or something, you get the populace votes for a new leader, and the new leader comes with all his own traits. He's best at the homeworld. You keep him there. And then you've got generals as well. You can send them to various systems and star systems. If we had a scientist here, which we get usually, but hasn't come yet, but he'll come. And the more you build of stuff, the more it's likely. So if you're building lots of fleets, you'll get plenty of generals, of admirals. If you're building a lot of starports, you might get a lot of. You get what you build. You get what you build. This is great about this thing. Is you get what you build. So if you're doing a lot of spying, you'll get more spies, and they come whenever. And also the humans as well. Every time you do, there's certain abilities with the humans. I can't see it here. Doesn't tell me here. I'll find it. But with a human race, you've got certain abilities, right? Okay, let's pause it. A small exploration ship, because he wants to fly out to all these planets. So that's why he's building that. And each ship has to go and be retrofitted. They don't all come. They don't all come. If you've got ships out there that they've got to fly to the dock, go to the dock, he fixes them up with a new technology, and the AI is doing all this. So don't feel it's still under construction. In the beginning, you just make sure everything. See, there's our first flight. So it gives you a long, big speech where this goes. The first time we're using hyper technology. I'm not going to take it to. That means we got our first ship. That see that little green thing here. Where was it? See this there. See where I am there. See that? Look how fast he's flying now. And there's our first military ship. See how fast he's flying, as compared to what he was. There's our new scientist. Okay, so with the new scientist, what you want to do, that's complete, and he's building one there. I'm going to take this scientist there, and I'm going to put him, see where he is, I'm going to putting him on our research center, and I'm going to transfer him and it tells you how long it's going to take. He would have done that already. I'm just preempting him. And then he'll go and do that. First mining station. There we go. Now remember, this guy is our manual. We've got to put him back in the system. You understand? Otherwise, this guy's still being constructed. Okay, take me to it. Is this the restriction? Oh no, that's for Earth. Okay, he's now. Okay, you'll come. You'll see him there. Oh, hang on. He will come. This guy's still under construction. This guy's being constructed. He's collecting resources. Now, what happens is they've got to make freighters to go and collect those resources and then bring them back there. So then they just you've got it. There's a whole economy going on here. I'm waiting for that to just research is everything in this game. You've got he's now at that research station. If you want to see him, you can go to that. That's the research. You see the research station there, and he'll be here. He'll be there. There he is, and he's adding a bonus to it. Okay, and you want to put him in the most. See, that's 31. This is 16. That's 4. So you want a spaceport is smaller. So you want to make sure. Now you got to watch out for this guy because we have only 1.0 active. That's not manual. So we've got to switch that off the manual. Just give you an idea. Okay, this is the small freighter. This is the private economy. They're on their own. We need to protect the private economy to make sure that they function well. If a war starts and another alien attacks our private economy, that means money out of our pockets. The private economy, and the private economy is the resorts on scenery places, resorts where they build resource bases, everything. That's all private economy, eh? I think that's how it is. The private economy is the resorts. There's the okay. Those are all the ships, passengers, right? For the resorts. This is all taken care of by the private. You've got nothing to do here. This thing operates. It's got a mind of its own. Okay, let me just. Okay, so I've got to just keep an eye just to make sure that this guy. I've got nothing on auto except this guy here by this, and I've got to make sure. Okay, new exploration ship. Now these ships that they're building, the AI's building, he's flying to all these planets and verifying them and looking what's on there. They do this by themselves. He's just asking me. There is a problem on our thing. We found this. I think it's a pirate thing. You get it on all the games. I don't touch them. I let the AI sort him out. Oh, sorry. You'll have to. Sorry, my mic. You'll have to, yeah, see there it is there. Now, in this game, you can play the game from the menus because your fleets are here. Okay, you've got the ship, right? He can be added to a fleet. You can set the tactics for him to use, and also You can set the fleet templates, ways the fleet should operate, and you can make your own new ones. When you add him to a fleet, sometimes he's got a certain percentage that he likes to keep outside of a fleet. That's not in a fleet. Other times he will make raid fleets. The AI does everything. He makes these big defense fleets, whatever. These fleets you control from here, and you can take them on. You can control them yourself if you want to go and find them, but you don't have to, because when it makes the fleets, I don't think it will make a fleet this episode, this one we're doing, but the next episode there will be fleets. He'll make his fleet. You can assign it, put him to whatever you want him to be. Okay, this is the templates you use, and you can make new ones. And then when you highlight on them, like this thing here, you see where I'm highlighting. See there. Okay, I'm just gonna. Let me just go into the. Just to give you an idea. There's my. You see those long pointing things pointing me. This tells me where they all are. The same happens with the fleets. You'll see the fleets here, and you can see them all over there. Now you got things that the fleet highlights, places that need to be investigated, all here. The AI will do all this, but you can aid the AI. You can say, okay, listen, let's go and investigate that, and he'll send whatever fleet needs to go. But it's disabled because we haven't investigated. We have no attack fleet, so that's why it's disabled. But you'll get a list here, love this, where you're sending these fleets all over. You're controlling those fleets all over the place. And the AI will get down to it, but you can proact the AI. And you can tell him specifically, that's the beauty of the system, man. All right, so let's just... okay, so let's get that thing going. I want to make sure that when this thing is finished, because that construction, I'm going to need to put it on auto again. Okay, so what does he want us to build? A small, okay, so he's wanting now, you see, he's flying around here investigating, and then when he finds places that that need to be mined, like this planet, he will request a mining ship to go there and build a mine. Then they will collect from the planet. Then he will create a whole freighter fleet of many fleets. They can go down there and collect the resources, bring it back, because we can't use the resources unless we collect them and bring them back to our storage place here. Are you with me? And this fleet, it's all kinds. I mean, yeah, if you look at the fleet, the research in this tree is brilliant. You upgrade the fleets. You tell by me taking over the research, I'm determining the pace of the game, how quickly he can explore, because he can't explore past, for example, this, like I said earlier, this thing that I've got here. This enables just our solar system. So I'm stopping. I'm building all this stuff before I give him that. So I'm controlling the pace of the game. But it's not hard, or I don't have any technical ability to do it. It's not like I'm controlling the pace just by being me. And you go expanded civilization, so I can this is bigger freighter ships and give him a fuel. I'm not giving that to him yet. He doesn't need it. Just so that's just the research. That's beautiful. I'm in charge, and then I'm telling him, yeah, yes, no, no. I don't even need to know this game that well. Are you with me? I just need to know what sounds important, what doesn't. Okay, so there we go. He's got it down. Now this O is now free. So I've got to take him off. Otherwise, I'll forget. You've got to be careful with that. You've got to make sure that those manual ships, okay, dismiss. Let's just see what the research tree is like. Okay, so everything, the best one is here. Okay, he's down there, 28, and he's 38. Yeah, he's got the best research. I've got the scientist by him. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just getting the early game up and running. It's just to get the game. The game explodes after you get See, he's built. He was asking. He carry the private economy doesn't ask you permission. It just tells you what the game need to get out here. That's where the explosion is. That's when you're hitting all the power. But that warp drive, I make sure that warp drive. Oh, sorry, that warp drive. I don't let him because then he starts. Then he'll go out there and expand. But I'm controlling the research. So he's not controlling the research. So he's relying on me to give him the right research. Okay. See, now, if you show me, it'll be here. This is the planet he's found this research. Now, you'll see he's found it there. Just now he's going to ask for it. And then he's found Caslin. This is our main fuel. Very important because it's the fuel we use. If we don't have Caslin, we can't get around anyway. So we need to put a mine on that. And that's by the big gas giants. And then he's got a whole lot of other resources as well. The Caslin's down there. Okay, let's just see. Okay, we're almost there. Almost on an hour. Let me just put him on there. So yeah, so he's now so a new exploration ship. He'll come down now for a mine there. I don't need to touch him. See the resources. See these guys. Yeah, they're traveling. They're fetching the resources there and they're bringing them back. I don't know what his bonus is. It's not telling me what his. Sorry. Now he's asking me. See there, said there, he found it, sent the resource. Now he wants to know can we build a last mine? I can say no, and then he won't build it. But I won't say no. I need that thing. I'm going to say assign mission. So I control, let's put it this way. By controlling the research and playing with the you control the pace of the game. You control when the AI gets ships, when he flies out. And that's the part I like to play. I don't like to get into the nitty-gritty with all the charts and all the places and all the positions and measuring. I like to stay on top of the things on a big macro level. This is what I love. Some games I like to get into the nitty-gritty. Don't get me wrong. There's some war games I like to get the tactical stuff. But on this type of game with the big empire, I want to be on top. I want to be pulling the strings, holding the brakes, and this is beautiful. I love this. Okay, so there's our population, there's our money. Got to keep an eye on that because as he builds more ships, we get more money because we earn money. We build the ships for him. That's how I forgot to tell you. His private ships that he builds, the private economy, he gives us requests and we build his ships for him. We build them for him in our space. That's our military, and then we earn a percentage of that money, which can change. I mean, it's all here in the economy. Here's the funding levels. Here's the maintenance levels. You understand? And you can fund all the stuff here, ship maintenance, whatever. You're indirectly controlling the private economy, but not directly. I hope you understand that. So there's a whole economy, and you'll see when the game lightens up, when the simulation lightens up, and you've got thousands of frigates flowing all over the place. We're going to see this. You're going to see how this expands, and you've got ships flowing there and bringing resources, and a whole trade economy going, and whatever. And you've got diplomats with the pirates and whatever. It's complicated, but you know what? I'm doing the research. I'm controlling the pace. He's taking care of the fights and the wars and whatever, and finding pirates and whatever. He's taking care of that. And the AI is smart in this game. I've seen, because there's been plenty of times where I've been playing, I have the planets here, and I'm thinking, hey, what's that thing over there? Or there's a worry that the pirates is attacking this band. And I'm thinking, hey, man, the AI wants to get... And I double click on the planet, and as I get into the planet, the AI is there with ships shooting, taking this pirate out. So it's you can trust the AI. As far as I know, this AI is good. The AI runs the game, plays the game well. So everything's on auto. This is an important thing. See all the ships he's built, all these, and you can, like I think I said this, you can see where all the ships are. He's busy at places. Eventually, this will be, depending on the pacing, see, he's discovered another resource in this place. depending on the pacing, you'll find it'll get through here. Then those ships will be they'll be just sitting around idle, because there's nothing else to go and send your things to, your ships to. You need to open up this so you can get, but you know that you're paying for those ships. Now there is something else I wanted to say. See, it's that, but I leave him up to him. He decides on that. Where is it now? It's very seldom. It's like in true life, you very seldom find suitable colonies. It's far and few between. I mean, I might have a whole game going on and I only got 5 colonies. Planets that are suitable for life, to colonize. And each civilization are different. Some civilizations are aquatic. They like planets that are underwater. Some civilizations come from dusty planets. They like planets where there's no water and their biology is suited for that. You must see, and they can only colonize those types of planets. You see, the suitability for your race. You can terraform. I was going to show you that here. When you get past you can terraform certain places, make it more suitable for you to colonize. Planetary exploration and exploration scanners. I still need to discuss. I still need to put in this. I want to put it in here, but I just want to make sure my economy is up and running. That before I go out as well, because he uses this. This is skills, and there's basic colonization, which comes with expanded space. But I want to get my frigates and my system patrol ships up and running first, the frigates, and I also want to expand the missiles. I want to get enhanced missiles, bombard and defense missiles. I want to expand that. I'm expanding here the basics for our flights. I also want to make sure we get, and I'm just showing you the medical, because where's the medical? I'm going to. This is not the research. Yeah, the medical, because there's diseases that I need to, because there's diseases in this game too. All right, we'll just play it to, what's the time? Okay, we're going to finish now. I'll just wait for the research to get to 99. This enables me to faster research. Okay, so we've discovered the research labs. Now I can go, and I can go, let me just let that go. Dismiss. I can go and press on my thing, and I can right click. And I can upgrade for 42 credits, space version 2. I can do the same thing here, because he'll do it, but I just preempt him. I just want him to, I want to make sure it's done. And 100 refit. Now you'll see they all fall under construction. Now the AI will go, because we decide new research labs, the AI will go and now construct and build those research labs and upgrade them, which will improve our research amounts. Research is very important in the game. All right, I think it's been an hour now. I think that's long enough for a first playthrough. So yeah, the next playthrough we'll just carry on with this and just show you how this empire grows in this awesome game, this super game that is so great. It's such a good game. Go buy it. I don't know if it's still on special. I don't know, but I mean, I like space board games, but a simulation in space, this is go buy it. It's worth every penny. And see if you can get all the expansions as well. The Return of the Shakiri gives a late game part to this. See, the late game was before wasn't just ending at the end there, but now it's got a late game ending crisis, like the Return of the Shakiri. So you got that play right to the end of the game. All right, I think I covered everything I could. If I've missed something, I'll mention it in the next video. All right, Sean from Fitz, good day on you.